Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is k.birks. It's just a small YouTuber talking about my life, getting it right, all that fun stuff. And so today, like I've been telling you a couple of videos ago, I've been going to therapy, just getting my life together, really finding who I am. And okay, this is not working. Sorry, let me get this together. So basically, I've been going to therapy, right, and trying to get my life together, right. And it's weird, like it's really weird because I feel growth, but I know it takes consistency, so it's not just a feeling, it's an action, right? And so an event happened probably about a week or two ago, where basically the SGA president at my school told a really good friend of mine that I'm not a good friend, that I'm only trying to use her to come up, and he started just basically bad mouthing me and telling all my business. And so it was really crazy because he told all my failures, right? He didn't tell anything positive that I did. He didn't really speak highly of me. He just kind of was very negative. And so I was really irritated about it, right? I was like, now why would you do that? And then I realized, you know, I'm just not even gonna wear my glasses. Then I realized that, not that I didn't want her to know, but it's just, we all have stuff that we just don't talk about in our lives, right? That, whether it be things that we succeeded in, failed, whatever the circumstances may be, we all have stuff that we hide from the public. And so for me, I just felt like he uncovered me, right? And so it was so crazy is because I was like, that's not cool. Like, it just wasn't cool. And then one thing that he said is that I bring people down. And I was like, all right. All right. And so he never gave examples of how I did that or how I was making, it was never no solid sources on his information. This was basically his opinion and preference of who I was. Yet this person always speaks, always very, very fake. Like the whole, hi, how are you? Like all that. And this is a guy, it's not a female. So it was very interesting to me. And so I really want to come and do a video about owning your mistakes, owning your failures, or they will own you, right? And so part of what he was saying was true. Like, after I went out for Greek, I didn't get it my sophomore year. It did affect me, but it wasn't just that was affecting me. I was dealing with a young lady who didn't like me because of unknown reasons, and her mom working there, so she kind of had a higher up within the school. Then I was working, I had just got a car. I had a lot on my plate along with 18 credits. And so it wasn't just, oh, I didn't become a part of the Divine Nine, my life is ruined. No, they don't have that much influence in my life, sorry. But it was literally everything that, it was just too much. It was that on top of this, on top of this, on top of this. So it was just too much for me personally. So I went through a depression. And now that I am kind of, it was about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago? 2 years ago. And now that I'm approaching the graduation stage, I'm about to walk across the stage, I look back on that part of my life and I've learned a lot. Like, that failure taught me so much. But after that, I began to hide. I began to kind of, I wasn't myself because of it. I felt like I didn't get it. I wasn't a part of the in crowd. And I want to talk to you all because I know that there's things in our life that we don't always get. Like, everything is not perfect within our life. But don't hide behind your failures. Don't stop being who you are or who God has called you to be because of something that didn't work out. Maybe it wasn't meant for you. And I know that's really hard for us sometimes to accept because it's like, what do you mean it wasn't meant for me? But it's just like, I look back on it and it was like, even if I got it, then what? Then what? I wouldn't have been trying. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who accomplished what they accomplished. I'm about to get comfortable. Sorry, hopefully y'all can't see all this. But I'm not knocking anybody who became a part of Greek. All I'm saying is, unfortunately, I didn't get to do it. But fortunately, it taught me so much about myself and who I am and who I'm becoming as a woman that it didn't affect me on the levels that you think it did, right? But what I'm saying is also, You know that about yourself, but are you showing that to people? Are you still looking down? Are you still looking depressed? And something that I didn't realize about myself was I began to walk with my head down whenever I didn't get that, or after that semester. I was ashamed, and then I began to think, what are you ashamed of? That organization, that world, nothing is meant for everybody. So again, sorry, I'm moving a lot today, but that's not meant for everybody. You're not meant to do everything. There's going to be failures within your life, but when they happen, it doesn't mean that you are anything less than who you are. You still have value. And I think that not only did it hurt my feelings that I didn't get it, but it just hurt my feelings that he felt the need to say it. But he felt the need to try to define me as that all over again. And so be aware of when you don't own your failures, you try to move on and you try to move on, and people will try to define you as that as you continue to grow. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Like, people will try to define you based off of something that didn't maybe go as planned, right? And there's plenty of things that you know about people, and I could have easily been just as petty, but that's not who I am. Stay to who you are and just remember that it's okay. I owned it. No, I didn't become a part of Divine Nine. That's okay. My former best friend became a part of Divine Nine. Congratulations. I don't have any hard feelings for her. Unfortunately, we're no longer friends, but that's okay. Like, it's okay, because just because you became a part of Greek didn't mean that I lost. Just because you killing it doesn't mean that I'm not killing it either. I also have a nonprofit organization. I'm also about to walk across the stage. I also have a YouTube channel, and we're growing with every video. Like, sometimes you have to remind yourself of everything you have going good, because sometimes failure. Alright, sorry about that. My camera had cut off. But basically what I was saying was, if you don't learn to own your mistakes will... Sorry, I saw that my hair was looking kind of crazy. Sorry about that. But basically, if you don't learn to own your mistakes are going to own you. Like, I can't say that more than enough. It was 2 years ago, and that still is being brought up. So now, which I'll have a conversation with him tomorrow when I see him. Hey, I didn't appreciate that. Certain things that you said wasn't... That wasn't for you to say. Was it hard for me going through X, Y, and Z? Yeah, but that was for me to deal with, and that's not who I am. And for some people, you don't have to say that to, but for sometimes you gotta face it head on, or it's gonna keep hitting you. It's gonna, as soon as you think, and that's the beautiful thing about life is, and that can go for anything. Like, the more you run from something, the more it's gonna come near you. The more it's gonna haunt you. You can move wherever. You can be in different spaces. It doesn't matter. But when you avoid your issues, they're always gonna pop up. And so that's all I wanted to encourage y'all with today, is just to hit your failures. Not to hit your failures, but to own your failures. Own the things that didn't work out. To not run away from responsibility. Be you. Like, don't let it define you. Because that's how you get into those deep, dark depressions and all that horrible stuff, and that may not be who you are. Walk around with your head up and a smile on your face, especially if you know you are happy. And make sure that if you know within you it didn't affect you the way, and don't try to convince yourself. Like, that's horrible. That's horrible. Don't try to convince yourself. You know you're unhappy about it. You know it hurt your feelings, and that's okay. Be in tune with that. Because whenever other people sit up here and come at you, you will either fight back, and in a positive way. I'm encouraging positive fighting. Or it will own you all over again, and you'll go right back into that depression. Right back into where 2 years ago, whenever I got that, when I went to probate and I wasn't coming out. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. I hope you're owning your failures. I hope you take responsibility of them, and I hope you're moving on and living the best of your life. And I want to again thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, you watched the whole video, go ahead and hit that big red button along with the bell notifications to get all of, you know, the updates when I upload, and I'll see you all next video. Bye.